Hello, everyone. This is your market update for Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. We're going to have several Fed governors and presidents speaking throughout the day. And at 2 p.m., we'll get the minutes from the September meeting. We'll see what that says. Over to the Fed Watch tool, currently 95.7% probability for a 25 basis point cut later this month, and then another 82% odds for a 25 basis point cut in December. Over to the reverse repo, starting here, it's at 4.62 billion. This is very low, below 10 billion, and this tells me liquidity in the system is getting a little thin, and sometimes that can start to show up in the markets. Starting today with the dollar currently at 98.78. We've made a slightly higher high here. I had the trend line in here. We broke above it, back tested it, and now we're moving higher. And right now I have the 100 level on here, and I see the potential for a double bottom. If we were to get progressive closes above 100, that would support a breakout towards the 103 to 104 area. I see a pretty nice price gap here that still needs to be completely filled around 103.69. So if we do get a breakout and a double bottom confirmation, that would be my target, a little over 103. Over to gold, currently trading at $4,057. Futures are above that 4,000 mark, and I pointed out the gold cycle indicator is maxed out at 450. So we are in the timing window also for a potential cycle high. Again, these have been occurring roughly every 115 trading days, plus or minus a few days, with the last here occurring in April, and that was at 118 days. Today is 117. So I think we could be getting close to a cycle top here. I also have the trend line here connecting the peaks, or some of the peaks anyway, and that is crossing right now around $4,128. So this could extend a little further, maybe slightly above 4,100 to tag this trend line. If we do tag that trend line, that would be, in my view, probably the end of this move. Anything's possible, and we could exceed it, but if we did, I think it would be brief. Overall, I think we're getting pretty close to a top here in gold. What happens next is anybody's guess. We could consolidate, or we could see a sharp pullback. As I pointed out in yesterday's report, we are 75% above the 200-week moving average, and the three prior instances in the 2000s, 2006, 2008, 2011, all led to a minimum of a 20% correction. So here we are again, and I would guess that this is probably going to trigger a 20% correction at some point. Over to silver, currently trading at $48.59, getting very close to that 49 level. If we can make it through there, then maybe we can test 50, and we'll see what happens. Prices will either retrace and pull back, or we could see a brief breakout and then a pullback, or there's still the possibility for a parabolic rally through the 50 level. If we get some short squeeze, we could see a rally to 55 or even higher, I think, before we see a pullback. So we'll just have to see what happens at that 50 level if we can get there. The gold to silver ratio currently at 82.52. Again, we have a 5-year bottom coming, probably should be in April or May is my best guess of next year. We still need to break this trend line, but once we get below this trend line, I think that would probably represent a breakout above $50 in silver. And I think ultimately this ratio is probably going to drop down to 60 to 1 sometime next year. And then platinum currently trading at $1,686, getting very close to that 1,700 level. And we're going to see if we can make it through there. If we can, then I think we got our eyes on 1,750 and then possibly 1,800. But I'd like to see some strong upside follow through here in the coming days. But again, if gold is nearing a peak, it would be my guess that silver and platinum are as well. That's not always the case. Sometimes gold will pause and go trend kind of sideways, and then silver and platinum and miners may continue to the upside. So we'll see what happens here. But near term, I think gold may be approaching the top. So that's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later.